Welcome to the session on LaTeX Workshop from beginning to Beamer. Myself Chinmay Rajans. This workshop has been organized by jointly by PG Academic Council and Institute Research Scholars Companion Program. This is 6th time I am conducting this workshop in IIT Bombay in last 2 years, and I have already crossed 600 people under me. 600 people. And I have also done 5 times MATLAB workshop where the number is 800. Okay, so I'll begin. So today, one thing we do in this workshop I generally never teach how to use LaTeX or what is LaTeX. What we will be covering is how to learn LaTeX, okay, and how to debug LaTeX, okay. The reason is you can teach a person, you can catch a fish for a person, or you can teach him or her how to fish. And I always believe in the second. If I teach you how to fish, I am sure you will be independent on your own to teach it to somebody else and also use it for yourself. Okay. Unfortunately, the first part of teaching to somebody else doesn't happen, but I expect some of you will do that, right? So, outline. So, we'll see what is LaTeX, few instructions, some commands, and if we do go at sufficient pace, we'll go up to Beamer, right? Tomorrow. First, what is LaTeX? Pronunciation is LaTeX. Most of the people pronounce it wrongly, call it LaTeX or LaTeX. X is never pronounced as X. It is C. Tech and LaTeX. Writing LaTeX is written like L capital, D capital, X capital. Text is written T is capital, X is capital. If you don't have this option of small and capital, you can use all capital. That is allowed. But this is how it was proposed. Inventor of tech is Donald Knuth, and it was later on modified by a lady called Leslie Lamport, which was a LaTeX creator. It's a low-level markup language like HTML. These are the ones which are called the backend softwares. Okay, so all the left-hand side first names are backend softwares. All the others are front-end GUIs. Okay, if you don't have any of these backend softwares installed, none of the front-end GUIs work. All of these front-end GUIs use this backend software for compilation. Okay, so many of you will install TechMaker, WinEdit, or whatever likes. But if you don't install MikTeX, they don't compile. The compile button will be disabled. Okay, so it has to detect that MikTeX compiler. Same for Ubuntu. You have something called TechLive, which is the backend compiler. Kyle is the front-end GUI, and for Mac it is MacTeX. How many Linux users here? Linux. Okay, so for you the software is Kyle. The backend is TechLive. TechLive is the backend software. And there is something called Ocular, which you will use it for viewing the PDF. Okay. How many Mac? So MacTeX has its own GUI, and you also have a PDF viewer with it, right? So, and for all others, we'll be right now using something called TechWorks. When you install this MikTeX, which were the original developers, this MikTeX is the original developers. They also had their own GUI called TechWorks, TXWORKS. So all of you search TechWorks, and you should get a window like this in the front. Those who are in Windows. So how many of you don't have this window in the front? Done with installation, but this window is not there.
Can you use another like
right now try to use this for a reason. How many? So volunteers, please look at these people. Run to the nearest person who is needing help. Right? So this GUI. Now for a simple reason, this GUI has come in half window, right? How many of you have maximized this window? Okay, so reason why this has come in half window is the PDF that you will be generating will be coming on the right. Okay, and MikTeX is one of the best softwares for going from one to other without doing scrolling. This MikTeX TechWorks supports. You can just right now where you are writing the code, you can just say jump to my PDF. It will just take you the same place where the PDF is generated, same place where your cursor was. That is one biggest advantage why you have two of them parallelly. So as soon as you run, you can see the PDF. You don't have to open, scroll, anything you don't have to do, right? This was an earlier limitation. Like there's two things. One is tech, and there's something called LaTeX. And there are two things. Slight differences are there. Hardly any differences nowadays. Tech is slightly absolute, but LaTeX is even more preferred for the features it got developed, and most of the developers are now developing only LaTeX language. Okay, it's same like your C and C++. So like C has more features, so most are people using it. Right? So text generally supports .ps files, LaTeX supports JPG, PDF, all other formats. BibTeX is there for bibliography. Recently some of these limitations have been removed, so right now they are no more there. So anything you can do using text, you can do using LaTeX. Okay, so let's start the main hands-on workshop. All of you have opened MikTeX, Kyle. Okay, and ask doubts then and there only. However, strictly related to that page, kindly don't jump. Okay, so this is first part. All of you open the blank file. All of you must have a blank file in the front. Just go to file, do save as, just create some folder, because reason for creating folder is it creates multiple files, some temporary files and all, which will be are clustered in the same folder where you are. So if you store it on desktop, it will create some 7-8 other files. So if you don't want that to mess up, so create a folder and then store it as some file name .tex, right? And in the text file, just type these 4 lines. All the commands given in the slides are tried and tested and working. You have to type them as it is without changing even one space out of this. Okay, if you change one space, there is no guarantee it will work. Okay, so as it is, type it without giving any space or anything. Just type these 4 lines, save it and let me know, then we'll tell you the next one. How many of you are not done typing? Not done typing this? Not done typing this? Most of these questions are only for those who are done with installation GUIs in the front. How many of you are not done typing this? वहाँ पे एक yellow t-shirt, right? So there are various compilers available, okay, called PDF Text, PDF LaTeX. These are the ones, like you have a LaTeX file, it will generate a PDF directly, so it's called PDF LaTeX. And if you have a text code, it will generate a PDF text, right? So generally the one option which I always use and it always works without any errors is this third option. Okay, generally I use this third option. This is the universal option. If you use this, you will never get any error. I don't know what these other things are, but I have never got an error using this, so I use this option only, right? So select this option, just hit the green button. If there are no errors, PDF should come on the right. How many of you have not got the PDF on the right? Okay, one more request and one more thing. If there is a friend near to you, next to you, who has done it, and if you have not done it, I expect that friend to help right now also, okay? Not that you have to come next time only. Now also you can help out, okay? 2 things. One is, some of you have maximized the text file. PDF is generated, it is on the right but behind. So minimize it to half, your PDF should be there on the right. And second is for Linux users, there is something called quick build. So if you select quick build, it will run is PDF LaTeX, or you can manually select PDF LaTeX and hit the run button. It will create a PDF. There is option called view PDF. So if you click that, it will open a PDF, right? We have exactly 4 hours learning LaTeX. If you are discussing anything outside LaTeX, kindly stop it. Next, reserved characters. These are some special characters in LaTeX. If you use them on the left hand side, they don't come on the right hand side as it is, okay, because these are reserved characters. They are used for writing the commands, right? So just type some or all of them. All the commands that you write have to be written after begin document and before end document, okay? Everything you have to write after begin document, before end document. Just write all of these, just hit run. It will give you ample errors, right? Just make sure some errors come. Just write out. Some of them may appear, some of them may not come. Just try them out. Okay, how many of you have not got the errors? Okay, so this is one more thing. If you are in my class, you have to be attentive, okay? My questions are always reverse. Okay, you will expect some question, I will ask exactly opposite. So, and that's to catch the sleeping people, right? So, these errors have come. So, way to get on with it is, have I written it here? Yeah, use a backslash before the character. So if you just put a backslash followed by this character, that character appears as it is on the right, right? Just try them out. Just put a backslash followed by, say, %, a backslash, and or whatever, backslash curly bracket. Just run it, the character should appear on the right. right? Backslash is the last key there. Now how many of you have not got any special character on the right? Backslash followed by the character without any spaces. Okay, this is something new. I have never heard this. But how many of you have downloaded from the internet and installed the basic version? How many of you? And looks like, I don't know why that to be not working. Okay. So simple solution is take the zip file, just install the basic version right now. Just install the basic version from the zip file. Later on we'll install the complete version. Right? Just take the zip file from some friends. Right. So special characters, all the other characters you can get on the right hand side except the backslash. Right? How many of you tried double backslash? Tried double backslash? Didn't come. Right? So the command for backslash is one of the best special characters is this. Just write this backslash, text backslash followed by empty curly bracket. If you do this, you will get one backslash on the right. Just try this. And by the way, I have made this presentation in LaTeX. So you can imagine what I would have written on the left hand side to get this on the right. Every command that I had to write like this much to get one backslash, then my text, then one bracket, I had to bracket like that. So imagine what effort I would have put in to get my PDF, this one, right? And this is done in Beamer, by the way. You can also try the tilde character, that is also different. So text ASCII tilde empty bracket. Those of you who have got errors, okay, momentary to ignore the errors, the option is whenever you are running it in Windows, there is one empty text bar at the bottom. Just take your cursor there and just keep hitting enter. Enter. Every enter will ignore one error, right? Many times when you are running the longer files, sometimes in the first run they don't run, it keeps giving errors, but in the second run they will compile it for you, okay? So that time this ignoring errors will be helpful, right? So ignoring errors is just go to the text work, last line there is an empty text box, just keep hitting enter there. Take the cursor there and keep hitting enter, right? LaTeX does not support empty spaces. Those of you are given some empty blank lines, you would have noticed they are peacefully ignored, right? They don't come on the right hand side. So one way to get spaces, normal spaces, is to use a tilde character. If you use a tilde or tilde character, it inserts an empty space on the right hand side. You can use more than one of them. And other option is you can use backslash text followed by a curly bracket with a some space, in between some space. So this is sometimes useful if you want to give an empty space on the right hand side, okay. If you give just like that, it is just ignored by the compiler, okay, right? Any doubts? Caret, dollar. Raise to. Okay. Raise to generally is used in math mode, that's why. I just now discovered it, how to get it actually. 1 second, this raise to is here, so it must be in my command code file, right? Somewhere that trick is there. No, something else, right? Clear on this? Everybody is here? Any doubts? Ask loudly.
Enter to ignore them, then remove them.
Enter. Keep hitting enters. Again, I will repeat this line. If your program compiler stops at some point, right? Just go to text work. Below there is a text box, okay, where it shows the what is the current error. Below that there is a empty text box, like you have in chats, right? You have a text box. Just take your mouse cursor there. First click you do there. Just keep hitting enter. One enter you do, that error is ignored and something else is compiled. Okay, and in then whatever remaining it will compile. Okay, just use this. This is required many times, right? Brackets play very important role in restricting the commands. Okay, so if you have command like \bf, which is for getting a bold text, the outside bracket will define what text to be bold, made bold, right? What is the environment for that command, right? So when you do this, it will what it will do is whenever you write any command, it will try to search for outside curly brackets, and the command will be applicable on that outside curly bracket, that much environment. That is called an environment, right? So just try this, and all of the code you have to write after begin document, before end document. Okay, just write this after begin document, before end document. Try this, you should get the bold text on the right. Those of you who have got errors on the special characters, comment it out right now. How many of you are still not done with installation? Still not done with the installation, or it is not working? Not working. Okay, do one thing right now. Find a nearby friend anywhere. The zip file is given in that one setup folder is there. In that there is something called basic version. Okay, any of the first two files. First file is for 32-bit, second is for 64-bit. Just install that file right now. Just install the basic version. Around 90% of the commands should work in that, right? So after end of first session, you can install the complete version later, right? So right now all of you take the pen drive and install the basic version. Okay. How many of you got bold text on the right? Got bold text on the right? Compliment. Who has not got? Not got. Awesome. Few more instructions. By the way, we have not yet started with the workshop. Okay. This is just I am telling you some things, important things. We are still not started with one command also. The first command we will be learning is the chapter, which I will come to in some time. Okay. So, okay, comment can be done using %line. One reason why this % character was reserved was because it was for commenting. Okay. So, if you are any of you are getting any kind of error right now and you are needing more time than others, just make sure you comment out those particular lines and move on. Once you go back, you can try them out, right? Just keep your files with you, right? Alternately, you can also select multiple lines and select comments. So this option is there in, just select multiple lines and go to edit, not edit, format, and there is option called format, comment, uncomment. And you can use these shortcuts on the right, right? Same options are available in Kyle also. LaTeX is case sensitive, okay? Case sensitive in the sense, if you write capital small, it is totally different, right? If you do that, it's unlikely it will detect it. It's not going to detect it. LaTeX language hates spaces. So if you are given some empty spaces, empty lines, in between whatever space is given, all of that is easily ignored by the compiler. Compiler never cares what spaces you are given, okay? And there are ways to get spaces on the right hand side. If you do want to get some space on the right hand side, there are commands for that, right? So use double slash or backslash new line to get a new line, right? Those of you who are getting like single line output, if you want it on the new line, just put double slash or backslash new line, right? One of the commands will always work, right? Backslash, double slash or backslash new line, okay? Empty line on the left hand side will create a new paragraph, okay? Generally, if you keep an empty line, you will see the line following that will start slightly towards right hand side, right? It will give an indent, right? That becomes a new paragraph. That is by default the standard, right? I think rank number 3 slide. So very important slide. There are only 3 types of commands in LaTeX. First command is called backslash command. The command will be like this: backslash followed by command, no space, okay? And if you give outside curly brackets, that is what is defines its environment, okay? So that command is applicable on the outside bracket, okay? That's what you saw backslash bf when you did, right? That was a command and it applied on, it searched for outside curly bracket. The second type of command is backslash command followed by a curly bracket in which inside you give the environment, okay? So inside you will give something. So if you want to do like some text, bf command is there. So if you do backslash text bf followed by bracket and inside if you write something, that particular text will become bold. So this is the second type of command. And the third type, which most probably we will be using this type of command, is backslash begin command, begin curly bracket command followed by a curly bracket. These curly brackets are optional. If you don't give middle curly brackets, they are okay. Followed by backslash end command. So everything in between begin command and end command is recognized as an environment for that particular command, okay? And one such command we already saw, which was begin document and end document. So everything you write after end document is silently ignored because that is not part of your document, right? It's because document was something what you defined by begin and end. So if you write anything outside end document, it is invalid. If you write anything before begin document, except there are few commands which have to come before begin document. We'll come to them later. Other than that, everything has to be written after begin document and before end document. Any doubts on this? Any doubts? Right? No spaces, okay, no like backslash space command, doesn't work, okay. Next, few software supports, so these are there in most of your software. So if you use a tab key, if you write backslash begin beg type, start typing, if you use a tab key, some of the commands autocomplete, right? There is feature called autocomplete. So rest of the commands will come as a drop down menu, right? In some of the cases, in Linux I think the key is enter. If you just type and hit enter, you will start getting some automated commands, like which are commands recognized with those starting ends, right? That features are there, right? You can use this, sometimes they are useful. This is one of the limitations of LaTeX. Every time you open a document, you have to enable a spell check. It doesn't remember spell check on its own, okay? So you go to format, file, edit spelling and English. Just open edit spelling English. So if you do that, and LaTeX compilers are very smart, they will not check for your commands, because begin and all these may not be keywords many times. You have some commands which are like BF is not an English word, right? So these commands are silently ignored, only your text is checked for English, okay? Only in the text it will say ki spelling mistake is there, it will show by a red color line, right? And in Kyle it is there in tools, there is something called automatic spell checker. On the right hand side there is first option you have to select. So if you select, you will get an automatic spell checker, right? All of you enable spell checking. Who has not done? Okay, and if this option is not coming, I think some of you may, this version should have the option, but if you are not getting, probably your English dictionary is not installed. So something you have to do to install this English dictionary from the package manager, which I will tell you in some time, right? Go to format, click line numbers. So if you click line numbers, you will actually get line numbers on the left hand side. This is very useful when you are actually getting the errors. It also reports which line number it is, right? And errors are reported very nicely, saying undefined control sequence or undefined character or whatever, and it gives you the line number, so you know for sure ki where is my error, right? So it becomes easy in debugging. And also go to format and go to syntax coloring. Format, syntax coloring, and for Kyle users is in view there is option called line numbers, enable line numbers, and format, go to syntax coloring and select LaTeX. So whatever your life was earlier black and white, suddenly it will become colorful, right? And colors are very smartly chosen, and colors are blue, green, red, right? And they have purpose. So all the commands come in blue, all the parameters come in black, all the comments come in red, and 2-3 others. I think equation comes in green, right? And one biggest advantage here is, if you write a keyword wrongly, the blue color disappears. So it only gives a color when the command is correct, okay? So instead of begin, if you misspell it, instead of begin you write something, it will say ki color is black, because then you recognize ki something is wrong with my command, right? Any doubts on this? Any doubts? And for Linux users, this command is automatic. You don't have to give the commands. Slide of the workshop, entire workshop, slide of the workshop. That's why I have given it in big font and here. Okay, most important slide. Kindly make any report line by line. Now I have seen many users, okay, who think Word and this is very similar, and they keep writing many big code in LaTeX. They start compiling it and they end up into something called hundreds of errors, and the time they wrote for writing that lines was 5 minutes, and the time they spent for debugging that is half an hour, and they start complaining that LaTeX is very difficult. Okay, if you are writing text, only text, it is okay to write anything, it is same like Word, you can write. But if you are writing equations, figures, tables, any complicated stuff, make sure you write not even line by line, in fact sometimes partially. Just write some part, run it, see it has come or not come. Biggest advantage is this is, you know ki till previous point my code was working, now whatever I have written is the error. So you can very quickly isolate the errors, okay. You know what you have written just now is the error, right, when you are getting the errors. Till now it was working. and easy way to check it, just comment out that line, say it is running, means you are sure ki everything else is running. Okay, and LaTeX has this habit ki if one place it starts getting error, it will save some 50 errors. Okay, it has its own issues. So many people I have found getting into trouble doing this. I know so much of LaTeX, still when I write my equations, I have never written one full line equation till today. Okay, I always write it in parts. I always write left hand side or part of it. I'll run it and see. Those of you click run and see. It has taken few seconds for running, right? You just click and PDF comes on the right, right? It has not taken much time, right? So it's going to save a huge amount of time, and the moment you write like this, you know precisely that is the error, and you should work only on that, and that becomes really, really useful, right? Clear on this? Right. Okay. So you have started a report. Before I do this, I'll just show you one example how typically LaTeX file is written. This is one of the presentations. As you can see, some red lines are there, which are my comments. This is my type called Beamer. All of you have done a report right now. We'll do Beamer tomorrow a little bit, right? There's something called use package, right? Which commands will be telling you right now. This is something called what are the packages which you will be using, right? This you have to define along with its parameters. So use package followed by some bracket T1 and all. These are some parameters which will come to what are the parameters typically given and all, right? Followed by some slash, some date and all, like these standard commands are there which are called header commands. Followed by my backslash begin document, okay? And this is where I write my report. Everything is between begin document and end document, okay? Everything in between is compiled. That's typically a report, right? So right now after begin document and end document, whatever you have written right now, just comment it out or open a new text file, copy those earlier 4 lines and just start this. Just after begin document, first line should be backslash chapter. Just write backslash chapter followed by a chapter name, hit run, you get a chapter on the right hand side. And if you want 2 chapters, you just use this command once again, it will create a second chapter. And by default chapters are created on the new page. So you just go on the right hand side, click, keep hitting the down arrow. The chapter will be there in the page 2 or page 3, okay, because chapters are always created on the new page. This is the default format, okay. And same for section, you can have after chapter, you can have section.
Article. So chapter 1 article. So
Report only, right now report only.
So how many books are writing on?
Doing article.
Article.
Document type is article. Change it to report.
Report we are writing on article.
Article doesn't support chapters. It only supports sections. So be in the report right now, just type chapter. Chapter followed by section followed by subsection.
Document class, where you have written either article or book or report, right? So change it to report, right?
Report. Right? How many of you have got chapter on the right hand side? Got the chapter? If some are doing fast, others should do fast. How many of you have not got chapter on the right hand side? Not got the chapter? Okay, so this is one thing I forgot to announce. This is with all the programming languages and all the programming softwares. They either give you error or they will give you the right output. It will never happen anything in between, okay. So it will never happen, the program has run, no errors are given and there is no chapter on the right hand side. It will never happen, okay. If it has run without error, means chapter is there on the right hand side, it is there on the page 2 or page 3, whatever. Just do page down, it will be there on the right hand side, right. About one more thing, we did something called report, right. We have selected a document type called report. So there are other document types called letter, article, presentation, beamer, many other types, right. So you will be using them as and when you need them, right. And when you created a chapter, it came in a certain format, right, like chapter followed by its number, automatic number in a particular font. Below that it came a chapter title in a particular font and size, right. So all these things, how LaTeX knows is there is something called as a class file called report.cls, which has all this information written, like when you are compiling a report, how should the output come, what format it should come. So if you want to change any of those properties, you will have to go and edit this class file, which is very difficult, okay. and generally not recommended, okay, because commands are written really difficult inside that. So it's better to use as default whatever is written and you run it like that, right? There is no need to change the source code and do it your way, right? Better is use these commands and do it as it is, right? It gives you uniformity. Any doubts on this? Okay, one of the advantages of LaTeX over Word or many such softwares, but nowadays these limitations are not there, is it automatically generates your table of contents, list of figures, list of tables, and it gives your equation number, everything automatically. You don't have to worry about that, right? Many times you write a report and you waste a lot of time in the end trying to give equation numbers and other things, right? But here in LaTeX everything is automated. You don't have to worry. The moment you are inside a chapter, all the subsequent sections in that chapter are renamed 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Everything is automatic. You don't have to worry about it, right? So just try this out. And this command has to be written after begin document before first chapter command. Okay. After begin document before first chapter command. Okay. Wherever you have first / chapter. So generally a report is written is you start with the begin document, write these 3-4 lines, first list of figures, tables, contents, these 3 lines, then you write / chapter and then you write everything else, okay, you don't write anything else in the middle, right? And one line just before end document should be your appendix. Appendix will generally come in the end. Appendix should have its own chapter, okay, if you just write appendix, it's an empty appendix, it will not come in the report anywhere. After you define appendix command, just write / chapter, define one chapter, that will become an appendix chapter, right? And then you will start something on the right hand side, you will see appendix are automatically named as appendix A, appendix B, appendix C and so on, right? So just write begin document followed by table of contents, list of tables, list of figures, write / chapter, write multiple chapters if you want, in the end write / appendix. After that write / chapter, okay, and after that / end document. Try this out. Just run it 2 times, you should get everything. Who are needing help? Needing help right now? How many of you have not got the table of contents? Not got the table of contents? Not got. Only one mistake most of the people did. Table of contents was given with some spaces of their own choice. I told you LaTeX hates spaces, no command has space. There is not a single LaTeX command with space in it, okay? No space, complete, continuous, right? And after begin document, write table of contents, list of figures, list of tables, followed by first chapter line, first / chapter, followed by as many chapters as you want, then write / appendix, after that write one more / chapter, that will become an appendix chapter. Inside that also you can have sections and subsections if you wish to, and followed by / end document, right? How many of you have not got the appendix chapter? Not got? Do it. Others have got, do it. Write / appendix, write / chapter after that. Run, it has to come. Okay, this is something interesting. Some of you installed the basic version which was about 500 MB. Some of you installed the complete version which was 2.5 GB. Only difference between the two was when you install the basic version, only limited set of packages got installed and all others were remaining, and most of them will be taken from internet as and you do them, right? When you install the complete version, majority of these packages are installed on your hard disk right now, and you rarely need internet if you want to use LaTeX. That is the advantage, right? So to check which packages are installed or not installed, just go to start and search for package manager. Package manager. Open package manager, search for package manager in Windows 7, 8, 10, you can just search, right? Anybody with Windows XP? Okay, awesome. So once you open a package manager, this will open this window like this. It will list you all the packages which are right now available on internet or wherever, and it will also show which are installed on your system right now. Okay, so if you get installed on date, okay, which means if the date is present, which means that package is installed. If it is not, you can right click and install it, okay, manually. If not, TechWork also supports installing on the run, on the go, okay. So when you are running the system, if you are running the code, if some package is missing, it will go to internet, get those packages and install it once only for your system, okay. First time it is needing it, it will install. So right now on my system, most of the packages are installed, that's why you can see the date, right, all the packages. So there are about 2500 packages which are there. Not that all of them we will be using only some of them, right. And the way we will do that is using a command called use package, right. I showed you once, we will be doing that command right now. So LaTeX will only use those packages which you are declared for the compiler, okay. So when it sees a command called use package, some package name, only that package it will install for compilation, okay. So all these packages have different purposes, okay. Some packages are for changing the font, some packages are for changing the size, some packages for adding equations and so on. There are multiple packages for multiple uses, right, and many of them are conflicting, right. So if you use like use package A4 paper and if you use package later, then you are asking compiler to say give me my report in A4 page also and also in later, which are conflicting packages. So some places it will give error saying these two packages I cannot use simultaneously. Some places what it will do is it will take the second package, it will ignore the first package and it will say ki second package is what I will use and it will give the output according to that, right. So be careful in using the packages, as long as they are not conflicting you can use any of them, right. This command will come, this is the only command mostly that comes before begin document, is /use package into curly bracket your package name without any spaces, okay, and this has to come before begin document, right. So you have document definition line that is called report, begin document class report. After that you write /use package followed by your package name, and after that you write begin document. So when it is compiling, it sees which are the packages you will be using for your compilation, and those it will try to get from internet if they are not installed, right, and it will run the code, right. And reason why it is put here right now is because why this okay. So this is a text tweak. This command is called text superscript, which works on its own. So command is any text followed by /text superscript into curly bracket your environment, like what you want to superscript, and there is command called text subscript, and this text subscript will work only if you include this package called fixltx2e. This is the package name, okay. So you just write this line /use package, this line before begin document, use these two commands. The second will work only if you have that package installed, not otherwise, okay. And I don't think this package is there in the basic version. So those of you are doing in their basic version, unless your internet is working, this package won't be installed and this won't work. So if your internet is working, it will go to internet and get that package and it will run it for you, right. Those are in complete version, they should work directly, okay. Just try this out. Okay, avoid writing in notebooks, write it in directly in your text file that is stored on your hard disk, it is there with you. There is a command called hspace, like we saw the spaces are easily ignored, right. So there is command called hspace and vspace, which is horizontal space and vertical space, in which if you are within a text you can just give /hspace followed by some number followed by a unit can be points, centimeter, millimeter, inches. So if you want to give bigger space in the text or whatever, you can just use this command, you don't have to give tilde so many times, right, that is not needed. So hspace and vspace, and try subscript and superscript. So try this out and remember my rule, right, do it line by line. So just type this text superscript, run it, it should come on the right hand side, done, do the second part. So how many of you have got superscript on the right hand side? Got. How many of you not got? Not got should be faster this time, next time, okay. Do one by one, do first command, run, it has come, next, immediately next, right, it will be easy. So you know for sure कि first command is working, something wrong with second command right now, right? That's how you learn also, right? Just try these commands. How many of you got subscripted on the right hand side? Subscript. How many of you not got? What is the error? Not got. How many not got? Not got. New friends, where are they? Right? How many of you not yet got text subscript? Subscript. Not got. एक second. I'll come there. Next I am coming there only. Okay. I know I have kept you waiting longer than anyone else. So sorry. Okay. So superscript, subscript. This was one example of using the packages. If you want to use multiple of them, you can just put on next lines, right? Use package, as many as you want, you can use, right? We'll be using some of them, right? Head space is used in the text. V space is generally not used inside the text, okay? It is used generally for figures. So if you want to have some figure or table, after that you want your text to come after some space, that is where V space is used, not in the text, right? In when you are writing continuous text, V space has no meaning. There are ways to get this lining, right? You have multi-line options and all. There are other ways to get that, right? This is not the command. Right? Some more color text tweaks. To get color, the command is / text color followed by the color name followed by the text which you want to make it colored. Okay. Alternate option is / color in curly bracket give the color and give outside curly bracket and then put a text. It will make that particular color text. Default colors are by default defined. Whatever written here, they are the default colors. You can use them as it is. It is also possible to use RGB values which are your own values. Any color you want. There is something called customized colors which you can use, which you have to declare it along with the use package. You have to define your color name followed by your 3 values in RGB. Right now we are not going to do that. Right now we will be only seeing standard colors. So just try this use package color, right? Before the begin, and color should come on the right hand side. Just try this out. Okay, are we going fast? Are we going fast? How many for yes? Louder yes. See? Out of syllabus. How to use RGB option out of syllabus. Right now we are not doing that. I can cover these things, but it will become so much complicated, you will start feeling the difficulty, right? Okay, one question I forgot to ask in the start. How many of you think LaTeX is difficult? How many of you think LaTeX is difficult? Be honest. So these people will actually define the success of this workshop tomorrow night. Okay. Let us see. If these people change, I will be more than happy. Okay. And I request others to help me change these people. Okay. Because others are finding it easy, right? So help me in these people. Right? Okay. Some more text tweaks. How to increase font size and all. So one difference between any of the word processing softwares and LaTeX is there everything is buttons. Some options will come somewhere font change. Here everything is some command. Okay. Use the right command with right brackets, everything, it works as it is, right? Just try this. So \tiny is one command to reduce the font size, right? That example is written in the tiny font and that huge text is written in the huge font. These are the other font size which are available. Just use them, put outside brackets, whatever within the outside brackets, it will all change to that particular font. Just try one or two of them and write one comment, put 1%, write all of these names if you want. By the way, this is not something like classified and all. If you just do one simple Google search, all these names come together only. Okay, in all the help pages that you will get, all these names come together. Okay, and I have got it from net only. I have not got from any book or anything. So you don't have to remember any of these. These are the standard names and they come appear as it is. Right? So, try them out. How many of you have got font correctly on the right hand side? Got correctly? Got correctly? Okay, keep the hands raised till others are raising the hands. I want everyone to raise the hands, then we'll start. Okay, who has not got? Not got. Who has not got? See, only half of the people raise the hands when they got. Others have not got. What are others doing? Are they not here? Is everyone here? Is everyone here? Is everyone here and able to hear? Okay, awesome. I hope 2 ears were clearly audible. Right? Very simple. Okay, one command we saw for getting the bold text was \bf. The other brother is \textbf. Right? So you can use this \textbf. Put curly brackets, put whatever text you want. It becomes bold. There is other way to get italic text, underline text, emphasis text, right? And there are 3-4 such like this, same way, right? Just try 3-4 of them. Interestingly, if you want to do 2 of them together, okay, like if you want bold text which should be in a color blue or something combination you want to make, all you have to do is put this outside curly bracket once and inside put both the commands. So if you put \textbf and just outside that if you put \color, the color command also applies, the bold command will also apply, okay, simultaneously, and just it will define the outside curly bracket. As long as that is 1, both these commands apply simultaneously, right? So you can try one such example wherein you can color also and you can use one of these also. Just try it out. And for those of you who have used the previous command without the outside curly bracket, you would have noticed the entire document will become that font. Okay, if you just anywhere write \huge, you don't put any curly brackets, entire document will become huge font. Okay, it is as simple, it is as difficult also. How you use it, right? So just try 2 of these together. How many of you have done 2 of these together and successfully? 2 of these together. How many got errors? Errors. How many didn't try? Didn't try. Didn't try. What happened? Right? Okay. As you would have noticed, all these commands are what you will see in the word software on the top, right? You have this bold, font size change, alignment, right? All of these options, they are commands here, right? So all of these we are doing that only. So you can imagine what else we are remaining with. We are still doing text tweak, right? Most important part of word, right? Okay, so this is justification. For left justification, the command is \rugged right. Command is not wrong, command is right, and there is no error in the slide. Okay, if you want to get left justified, command is \rugged right. For left justification is \rugged left. For right justification. For center justification, 2 commands are there. If one doesn't work, use the other. Okay, one of them works. So some of them are for equations, some of them are for tables, some of them are for text. If one doesn't work, use the other. One of them will surely work, right? So 2 commands are, one is \centering, and again because it's a single command, it will detect outside curly brackets and it will make those parts center. If you give begin center and end center, everything in between begin center and end center will become center, right? For getting a new line, we already saw \new line and /. Again, one of these 2 will work. So some places // will work, some places \new line will work, right? If one doesn't work, try the other. Same for page break and new page. one will insert a new page, one will create a page break at the point where you are right now. One doesn't work, use the other. Okay. So these are defined, some of them are designed for text, some of them are designed for equations and figures, right? So if one of them is not working, use the other. Just try this out. If you just give anywhere in the document command called \centering without any brackets, your entire document will become center. Okay, those of you who have not given the brackets, they will see from start to end everything will become center. Okay, so things are as easy as using the commands, sometimes they are as difficult if you forget the brackets, right? So how many of you have got write justified text? Write justified text. Got? Try it out on anything previously, whatever you have written, just put 2 brackets, just write the command, it should work. Right? Left, right, the way you get equal justification, or what is that called? Justified both sides, right? So command is use both of them. Put outside curly bracket, use both of them. So your text is left justified also, right justified also, right? Proper justified. How many got right justified text? Right justified text correctly. How many not got? Not got. Not tried, not got. Right? Any doubts on this? Any doubts? Anyone facing any issues? So this is generally used in presentations, but also in reports. Standard itemized list, right? The next option in your word, itemized list, right? So just try this. The command is \begin itemize followed by \item. So every line you put \item space whatever text you want to write. Next line write \item space your second item, and in the end you put \end itemize. Okay. So everything between begin and end it will recognize as items. If you use \item outside this, it will give an error saying I can't recognize the environment. This \item works only within this environment called itemize, right? Just try this. Okay, how many of you have not got itemized list? Not got. Not got. One friend there, one volunteer here. Ask him, no, your neighbor has done it, no. Okay, try this, brother. This is with numbers, everything else is same. Instead of itemize, it is enumerate. Command is enumerate. Try this. Right? All of you got itemized list and enumerate list, right? Who has not got? Okay, so we are end of the first part, and generally I do summary at the second session in the end, but because we are doing a video recording, we have suggested to do it right now only in just quick fire summary in exactly 10 minutes, right? So all of you might want to close down your laptops and just have a quick summary with me. So first, what is LaTeX? Few instructions, learning commands, Beamer will do tomorrow in the end. Punctuation LaTeX, not LaTeX or LaTeX. Inventories, Donald Knuth, Leslie Lamport, lower layer markup language. First things on the slides, MikTeX, TechLive. These are the versions that it uses as the backend. All the versions on the right hand side are the GUIs which enable you to easily code, but all they will do is give you buttons and graphics for doing the coding. They only assist you in coding, right? This slide we can ignore, not important slide. You might want to remember it for tomorrow. Okay. Blank file, typically every document, every report, every document text file will start with this first line, defining a document class, which also defines how the PDF will be generated, what format it will come. Here we have used report, like that you can use letter, article, and those of you will be doing journal or conference writing, right? When you write papers and all, all they will do is they will have their own format, and that will be a keyword here, right? That text file they will give you, that class file, right? Everything except the use package commands has to be written after begin document and before end document, right? The compilation is done by PDF LaTeX plus make index plus beep text, right? These are the reserved characters. If you use them, they don't appear. Easy way to get them on the right hand side is use a backslash followed by these characters, and to get backslash, the command is backslash text backslash followed by empty curly bracket. You will get a backslash on the right hand side. Same for tilde. If you do get errors during compilation, just go to the text box below the compiler and just hit enter. You can use tilde character or backslash text followed by empty space for getting an empty space in the text. Use of brackets is very important, and they define your environment, right? And if you put outside brackets, that is the environment for that particular command. Commenting is done using %. LaTeX is case sensitive. LaTeX hates spaces. New line is using backslash new line or double slash. Empty line will give you a paragraph. There are three types of commands. One is backslash command without any brackets, anything. Outside bracket will define the environment. Second type is backslash command followed by empty curly bracket, and inside empty curly bracket you give your environment. And third type is most commonly used, that is begin command and end command. Tab key or enter will autocomplete. Make sure spell check is on. Line numbers are enabled. Most importantly, your text code comes in colors. It recognizes your colored codes, right? Only colors. Most important slide. Kindly make sure reports are done line by line or even word by word if you want, right? To write chapter, command is backslash chapter. To write section, command is backslash section. To write subsection, command is backslash subsection. To insert table of contents, list of figures, list of tables. These are the commands. To get appendix, backslash appendix followed by a backslash chapter, which is an appendix chapter, right? There are approximately 2600 packages. If you want to use them for your particular document, you need to declare it before begin document, right? These are the commands for getting superscript, subscript, backslash text subscript, backslash text superscript, add space, v space. For getting a color text, the command is backslash color followed by a color name or backslash text color followed by a color name followed by your environment. The package is color. To get any of these font changes, the commands are tiny, script size, footnote size, small, normal size, large, large with L capital, large with all capital, huge, huge with H capital. To get to get special effects for text, commands are text BF, text IT, underline, emphasis. Okay, to get justification, commands are backslash rugged right, backslash rugged left, backslash centering, backslash begin center, end center. New line is backslash new line or double slash. Page break or new page is backslash page break or backslash new page. One of these will work. One is generally for text mode, other is for equations and figures, right? So one of these two will work. To get itemized list, command is begin itemize, end itemize. Every item is defined by backslash item. And to get enumerative list, command is same, is begin enumerate and enumerate, right? This is the end of session 1. Tomorrow we will be doing math mode, adding figures, tables, bibliography little bit, and last slide will be on Beamer. So thank you.